Hello, everyone, and welcome to Molehill Mountain, episode 100! Whee! Yay!
Woo!
Clappity clap, drum roll.
Hey, big
Andrew
one.
Eisen here, along with Zachary Knight. Hello, Zachary.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, everybody.
100 episodes of Molehill Mountain. How many episodes of Super Podcast Action Committee did we do? It was over 100. I don't think we quite made
Oh,
200, though.
I don't know. We did those for years,
Yeah.
so I think it might have been in the 200 range. But I'd have to look. I've got all those old podcasts on the chat or the Random Tower site, so I should be able to figure that out.
So, as you can all see, we are doing something a little bit different to celebrate our 100th episode. We're going to play oh, it's getting dark. We're going to play some
Well,
Stardew Valley. And I'm hoeing this rock as best I can, but it's not working. Let me see. No, I'm axing the rock with a pickaxe. That's probably...
yeah, the
There we
pickaxe is for the
go.
rocks.
So,
Yeah.
do we have to go to bed soon? Is it? Yeah, 7:50 p.m.
Um, it's 7:50. We're not forced to go to bed until after 1 o'clock,
Hmm.
but it's always good. Like if you go to bed after 1 o'clock, you start with less energy the next day, and then if you pass out happens at 2 o'clock, then you're really screwed.
Hmm. Now, not to imply too much, but we sharing a cabin because there's only one bed in here.
No, I've got the big house, and you've got the little cabin,
Oh,
the
okay.
little log cabin.
Okay. Oh, okay. This big old place here next to me. All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, since this
Although
is my
the
farm, I
square,
get the big house.
the interior looks the same. The square foot looks
Yeah,
much bigger on
the
the
square
outside.
footage is exactly the same, like inside. So yeah, no big deal.
Where'd you wander off to?
I am circling the map looking for forage items.
Oh, okay.
You can find all kinds of free food just lying around on the ground, and that's what I'm doing right now because the early game, you really need it. So
Okay. Now, for everyone watching, I have never played this game before. So
yeah,
I am a complete Stardew Valley newbie. But Zachary, on the other hand, is a
is a
Stardew
pro.
master. I actually looked in Steam at his hour count, and he's played this more than I've played Monster Hunter and Yakuza.
Yeah,
So
I'm clocking in at over 200 hours on Stardew Valley. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've tried playing other games lately, and I just really haven't had a whole lot of interest in them.
oh,
Um, I've
butterflies.
actually I've actually almost completed all of the Steam achievements in the game, which is nice. This is the first game where I've actually cared about Steam achievements, at least as much as I really, you really can care. But oh goodness,
Got wood? I do. Get says,
yeah,
what platform is this? It's on PC, although
yeah,
it's on
Steam.
pretty much
Yeah,
everything, right? It's on the Switch. It's on
yeah.
all the other consoles.
Have you not planted your seeds yet?
No, I've been chasing the butterflies with my axe. Doesn't seem you can do that. Oh well. Let's
Yeah.
see. I'll just create a nice patch right next to yours. Let's say ho, 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 ho. Shoot. I missed.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, you can pickaxe those, and that
oh, okay. I have bad aim.
yeah,
So, how many seeds do I have? I have
Yep.
15. I'm guessing
15.
because
Yeah.
you have a 4x4 grid and you have a space missing. Gotta get our parsnips planted before dark,
So yeah,
before the
just switch over to
creepers come.
yeah, but just switch over to your seeds, and then say right click, and that'll put them down in there. And actually, let's make a couple of torches here. so people can see what we're doing.
I was gonna say, can I build a flashlight or something? Oh, there we go. That's nice. Wait, what's this?
What's that? What?
That's not a parsnip. So what did you fill the empty space with? That you didn't have a 16th parsnip.
Oh no. When you clear weeds, like the actual bushy looking weeds, then you can occasionally find what's called mixed seeds, and that'll give you a random in season seed. All right, so switch over to your watering can and water those so that. I'm about to. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. We passed out. We lost track of time.
No. I just fell asleep in my parsnips.
Now our plants are going to be.
Oh, I get money for doing my job. That's nice.
Well, yeah, I sold a few things that I picked up on the ground.
Oh, you made money. I didn't make any money.
Well, it's shared money.
I'm freeloading.
So, yeah.
Okay, let's see what damage was done.
Well, we didn't actually lose any too much energy there. So.
All right. I have my watering can. Is it not right click? Oh, water can is left click. Oh, all right. If you're gonna be that way.
Well, but yeah.
Our candles are still going. It looks kind of creepy, like we were summoning demons in our parsnip patch last night or something.
All right, and you just go over here and you can refill your watering can at the pond, and yeah. Ooh, we can go get fishing poles too.
Where from the bin?
No, there's a letter in the mail, and Willie, he's the resident fisherman, the resident angler, and he invites us down to the waterfront to get our fishing poles.
Apparently, Dr. Harvey picked our asses up out of the parsnip patch and put us in bed and is charging us $50 for that.
Yeah, that happens.
Thanks, Dr. Harvey.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to go to bed, or that's why you don't want to stay up until 2 in the morning.
What did I... Fiber? Is that what I just... Oh, I found a geode. The local blacksmith can break it open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside?
Yeah, those will get you materials and just other valuable items. It's like, it'll give you copper and coal and stuff like that you would use for... crafting and stuff.
Wow, our little plot of land here goes quite a ways down here.
Yeah.
I still love the way this grass moves. That's nice. But, oh, there's a rock in the grass. Oh.
Oh, you don't get hurt from falling trees.
What's this thing here? Is this what's in front of my feet? Was that a pine cone or something?
Yeah, you probably...
I'm probably overloaded on stuff. Should probably dump it. Let me guess, dump it in the bin here.
Yeah, I've got a little treasure chest up there, and you can just throw anything you don't need into it.
Mixed seeds.
Yeah, if you want to just go ahead and plant those in one of those empty patches and water it. There we go.
Maybe I should have made an extra plot just for the unknown. See, well, hey, what are you growing there, parsnips? What are you growing over there? We have no idea.
Yeah.
Get said she likes how the trees are translucent when you walk behind them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those nice little touches that Concerned Ape put in.
Let's see. just exploring to this. Oh, I got some major rocks. I'm guessing my regular pickaxe is not enough for these gigantic boulders.
Nope.
Your pickaxe isn't strong enough to break this boulder. Yeah. Oh, look at that. So the text box has a kind of a animated X button in the lower right to close the dialog box. Superfluous, but a nice little touch. I like that. Oh, my energy is really low. Did I not get enough sleep last night?
Probably not. You start out with a little less energy if you pass out. So they're up in the bin. There's like horseradish and spring onions and stuff
food.
like that.
Okay.
You can go and eat those.
Yeah, we've got a nice little lake down here. I'm being stymied by grass. So I watched Wonder Woman this afternoon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, in fact, I was going to watch the special features, but I got busy with dinner and, things. Let me see. Spring onion, is that in? Yeah, there we go. I can eat some of that. How do I eat? Let's see.
You just put it in your inventory or your tool on hand, and then just right click.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nom nom nom. Raw onions. Nom 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 nom.
Sure.
Alright, now that I've eaten a bunch of raw onions, it's time to go to town and chat up the eligible peoples. Hi!
Yeah.
So anyway, I watched Wonder Woman. I saw it in the theater, took my sister to see it when it came out, and my opinion honestly hasn't changed. I think it's okay.
You think it's just okay?
Yeah, I think it's just okay. It kind of falls apart for me a little bit in Act 3. Pretty much my biggest problem with the movie is me. There are a lot of things in the movie that my brain just that don't really matter all that much, but Born Distracted says, "So it's easier playing this game with me than your kids."
No, my kids, at least a couple of my kids have played this recently, or they've played it before, so yeah, I was able to just get them right into it and play. But no, playing with you hasn't been that difficult.
Okay,
So,
well, that's good. So anyway, there's a lot of things in the movie where some of the lore isn't exactly clear when they explain the backstory of the gods and how the Amazons came to be. Wonder Woman's powers are not terribly clear, especially in the end of the movie. She just kind of makes stuff up. Uh-oh, kids yelling? Probably can't plant any of that.
all right, I'm back.
All right. Kids yelling at you?
Yeah, my youngest Jacob was coming in here to bug me.
I mean, I don't dislike the movie. I actually like the movie. I just don't think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's. I like it just fine. I think it's entertaining. I just didn't like it that much. There's a lot I like about it. I like the armadillo.
Okay.
At 4 minutes.
The armadillo.
About 4 minutes in, there's an armadillo.
That's right. Yeah.
Diana is running around Themyscira, and there's an armadillo, and I'm like, it's an armadillo. That's amazing. Although,
yeah, I remember that.
My favorite part was a part I had totally forgotten about, which is towards the end of the movie, where, and spoilers for a movie that's like a year old now, but this rock is in my way and I'm using the wrong tool. There we go. and I missed. So she confronts General Captain Ludendorff dude, who she thinks is Ares at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And he pops his Strength of the God pills, which are never explained why Dr. Poison just kind of suddenly makes a super soldier serum. Like, is the guy sick? Is he dying? Not really sure. I mean, he kind of needs them because otherwise Diana would just kick his ass. But anyway, so they fight a little bit, and then he just kind of gives up. I mean, because he knocks her down, and he's like, "I'm gonna stab you," and I'm out of energy again. And she says, "No, I'm gonna do the catch the sword between my hands," and he's like so irritated by that, where he's like, "Well, I'm not fighting you anymore." Yeah, I just ate an onion to try and not die. I'm gonna owe Dr. Harvey some more money. It's only 7. But
yeah. Well, okay, you've been hoeing at things. With the
putting the groundwork for some vegetables or something.
That's a lot of that's going to disappear because
those are going to rain overnight or something.
Well, if you don't plant anything in it, it starts to wear away.
Oh.
So, yeah, you only really need to hoe when you actually have stuff. But I haven't actually. We probably could have gone to get some seeds, but I haven't really done that
8
yet.
p.m. Whatever shops are in whatever town are probably closed now.
Yeah, there's only one. Well, there's 2 shops, I guess, but they're closed right now.
We are here, and that's a bus stop. Community center. Willow Lane, home of Jody, Kent, and Sam, whoever they are. Just townspeople, I guess. So are we like the only farm?
Well, there's down south of our farm is a little ranch, and that's where we buy our animals and stuff. But yeah, we're the only real farmers in this town.
All right. Dr. Harvey should be a little bit more lenient because we're the only. If it weren't for us, it wouldn't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
So I'm out here working until 2 in the morning, and they're going to charge me $50 to grow the food that keeps you alive. I see how it is, Dr. Harvey.
All right. Well, why don't we go to bed because we're both pretty low on energy, I think.
So anyway, Dr. Ludendorff, not Dr. Ludendorff, Commissioner Ludendorff, whatever his
title is.
He retreats up to the roof. Diana follows him up there. Stabs him right through the chest and right through the. You've seen the movie, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So he's laying on the ground, and she stabs him right through the stomach, right through the roof of the tower that they're the light tower, observation tower that they're in, and so Steve runs up and he walks in. He's looking for her. He sees a sword sticking through the roof, and my first thought was like, shouldn't that be like drippings with blood? I mean, I know the movie's only PG-13, but
yeah.
And my hands are not unwashed correctly. That's why I'm walking funny. Okay. Oh, it's raining. Oh.
Well, with rain, we don't have to water our crops.
Oh, that's true.
One good thing.
I think one of the parsnips is not growing very well. So anyway, Steve is like, the war is still going on. Our job is not yet done. So Diana says, but I just killed Ares. And he's like, yeah, good on you, but people suck, so we gotta keep fighting. And she says, no, I'm gonna stay here and pout. So he leaves and she pouts, and then David Thewis comes in. He goes, huzzah! I was Ares the whole time. And so she's like, you're Ares! And so she reaches back for her sword, and she's gonna be like, by the power of Grayskull! But her sword isn't back there, it's up on the roof. And she's like, oh, shoot. I left my sword up on the roof. But anyway, so she reaches back like that, and she's like, and then it cuts to Steve and crew doing some other things. And when it cuts back, she jumps right into frame with her sword, and Ares is standing in the same spot. So when I first saw that, I laughed out loud because he stood there patiently while she climbed up the ladder to the roof, got her sword, and then jumped back down again and said, okay, I'm back. He's like, okay, I waited for you. Patient, polite guy, that Ares.
Yeah, he was a pretty nice guy in that show, in that movie. Not at all the god of war that you would have expected.
Yeah. All right. So what are we doing today?
Well, if you want to go to the beach, you can get your fishing pole.
Where's the fishing pole?
Well, you got to go to the beach to get it.
Oh, the fishing pole's at the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
Map. So I'm guessing take the southern. Well, I guess I could take any road out and just follow it kind of southeast. All right.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, hey, journal. Getting started. How to play the game. Yeah. These are magic candles that are still lit.
Yeah.
Not only 2 days later, but in the middle of a rainstorm. That's great.
Yeah. They don't go anywhere.
Born Distracted, Wonder Woman was still put together better than The Last Jedi, in my opinion.
I don't know.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think I would agree with that either. I think The Last Jedi was very well put together. It's just not a Star Wars fans movie.
I don't know. I'm a Star Wars fan. I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I guess a fanboy's movie, I guess, seems to be what the issue is, but yeah. But no, yeah, Wonder Woman was pretty good.
I have a cutscene, I guess. Neat.
Yeah, you get a cutscene. You meet Willie, and he gets
standing out on the dock in the rain, smoking. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in this town. Good to finally meet ya. Which is what his voice sounds like, because he's been smoking for years.
Yeah, and he's
a pirate. I'm trying to unwind from a month out on the salty sea by standing in the rain smoking. Sold good fish, saved me enough to buy me a new rod, and you're going to give it to me, right?
Yeah.
Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. Oh, you're keeping your new rod, so you're giving me your old one. I got it.
Yeah.
Did I mention I alone, well, Zachary and I alone are keeping this town alive?
Pretty much. It's like nobody buys anything.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a town if it weren't for us.
You received a bamboo pole. I've told this story before, but I have to tell it again because it's hilarious. There's a game called, No, Don't Urinate Off the Dock, Willie! He's not, I'm just kidding. There's all kinds of... There's good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. Okay, my shop's open. Come if you need supplies. Do I need bait or something?
With the standard pole, no, it doesn't support bait. Once you advance and get new poles, you'll be able to use bait and everything.
Because my hand is misaligned. I'm hitting F and I'm opening the journal. All right, let's see. Fishing pole and away. Okay, I see how this is supposed to work. Willie, you didn't see that. That was an embarrassing cast. So I guess the bobber is going to go down and I click when it goes down or something?
Yeah, you click and hold, and the little charge bar at the top,
right,
that will determine how far out you cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you catch something, you'll have a little fishing mini game.
All right. So there's a game called Rune Factory Frontier, which is actually kind of a spin-off of the Harvest Moon games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's got to be more than just a jiggle. Got it. All right.
Yeah, you'll...
Bobber will submerge.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I got a jiggle. Come on, little fishy. So in Rune Factory Frontier, you're different. You have scythes and axes and hoes and all kinds of stuff, and they are rated by old. They have prefixes like old, rusty, new, gold, platinum. It goes on like that. Well, like the earliest thing you can get is dirty. So your neighbor, Misty, I think her name is, comes over to you and she says, "Here, I want you to have this." And the caption reads, "You got a dirty hoe." And I'm sitting in my living room laughing my butt off. And I'm like, I am not at all embarrassed to be laughing at this.
Nice. Got a dirty hoe. Only Andrew.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have caught nothing so far. I mean, the bobber's jiggled a few times, but it hasn't actually submerged.
yeah. You have your sound effects on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a there's
Kind of
a
a buzzing ring. Yeah.
yeah yeah.
Do I have to
That's when
click
you
while
click.
it's jiggling?
Yeah, when you hear that sound,
Oh.
click,
All
and
right.
then it'll start the fishing mini game.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. Click to raise bar. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I see what we're doing.
Yeah. So I finally got to see Black Panther last night.
Oh, okay. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was good. It was I thought it was a pretty well developed story. Probably one of the best. So
Yeah, I think so too.
yeah, I was pretty
Sunfish.
entertained. I don't.
5 inches. It's an excellent length, I'll have you know. Sorry, couldn't resist.
But yeah, so it was really good. I liked it. The Eric Killmonger, the villain, was pretty good. I get I get his motivation, but everybody, all the stuff that I read online, it's like Eric Killmonger, the first villain who had it right, was more right than the hero or something like that. It's like,
Well, his solution was not right, but
yeah,
he,
his
he
solution was
certainly
not right, but
understood where he came from
yeah,
and why he was doing what he was doing.
yeah, he knew there were
His
problems.
anger
and
was correct.
Yeah, but yeah, his solution was not as well formed as it could have been, because yeah, his solution was just worldwide revolution.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's interesting, without him, T'Challa and Wakanda as a whole may never
Would've-
have taken that next step to doing the right thing.
yeah, exactly. They wouldn't have changed. Killmonger
I suck
made.
at this.
He did what very few Marvel villains do, and that is change the mind of the hero. Very few villains have done that in Marvel movies, and so it was pretty nice to see. But yeah, I think I might have been spoiled with Thor Ragnarok, but I still found Thor Ragnarok to be one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah,
So,
I might say, I'd have to think about it a bit more, but I might say, pardon me, I might say Black Panther's a better movie, but
yeah,
I'd say Thor Ragnarok is probably. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this fishing thing.
fishing is kind of hard when you first start playing because it's a lot different than any of the other fishing games that I've played. So
I want to throw rocks in the water. How do I do it? Because I've got a couple stones that I just realized that if I catch any. Well, it's 7:50. I guess I should probably head back.
yeah, if you catch anything else, you'll have an opportunity to discard anything you don't want.
Oh, I was going to sell my one fish, but Willie closes up shop at 5, so.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Yeah. So with the shops, you can sell fish and stuff you forage off the beach directly to Willie, and then we can sell our crops and any forage items that we find directly to Pierre. He's the general store owner.
There's a lot of driftwood and crap on the beach.
Yeah, it's a very dirty beach, but we don't get an opportunity to really clean up.
Hey, we got our own farm to take care of.
Yeah, but we have to pretty much take care of the entire town too. It's like everything that's run down. Nobody in town actually wants to fix it. We have to fix it. So like the rundown community center, we ended up fixing it, and all the other rundown and broken things, like the bus at the bus stop, that's broken, and it's up to us to get it fixed. I don't know why Mayor Lewis doesn't fix it himself.
It's not in the budget. Okay, that's where I am. Can I read this sign? Distracted says, farm, just farm.
Yeah.
I'm echoing horribly. Anyone else getting an Andrew echo?
An Andrew echo.
Yeah, because we've been going for half an hour. I
I've been
haven't heard
considering
anyone.
getting the Alexa echo
There
or
we
the
go.
Amazon echo, but not an Andrew echo. Yeah, no, but Black Panther, yeah, it's just like I said, it's probably pretty good, really good. So my wife was telling me um, this week, or that this next weekend she wants to go see Infinity War. So hopefully I'll have seen that and we can talk about it on next week's podcast. All right, it's past 11. We should probably go to bed.
Okay, can you still hear me? Tried making
Yeah,
a
I can
change.
hear you.
Okay, anyone in the chat, see if that made a difference at all. Where's my door? Okay.
Andrew sounds like a robot. Well, that's just his natural voice.
Yeah, I am pretty monotone. Sounds better? Okay.
Uh,
Oh, okay. So I fixed it. Yay!
yay!
Where's that rooster? Where are you? Because you're our backup breakfast if things go south. What is this back here? Is this like a well or right behind my house?
That is a dog dish. Man, we lost 2 things to the crows today. But no, when we get a dog,
Can we build a scarecrow?
We can't until we raise our farming level, and then once we do that, then we can build one. So we don't really get to raise our farming level until we've made our first harvest and go to sleep for the night.
Oh, hey, I've actually got some more seeds there.
Oh, nice.
So we'll put this in the, don't know what... Oh, was it only 1 seed? Okay.
I'm thinking about going and spending our money and buying some more seeds.
Okay. At first I was like, wait, did I water a sprout, or is that like a grasshopper sitting there? This grasshopper's like, hey, jerk, what was that for?
Nope, missed a row of plants.
Oh.
That's alright. There we go. Yeah, the shops and stuff, you generally can't go into any buildings and stuff until after 9. But 9 in the morning. So, but that little dandelion, and you can pick that up, and that one can be eaten.
Oh, dandelion? Oh, this.
Yeah, this thing right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah. Hang on. Uh-oh. Did the stream hang?
What's going on? Yeah, I've got it running, and yeah, it's just spinning at the moment.
Yeah. I just refreshed it. Let me see if it's going. Oops, that's not the game, Andrew. Okay, let me walk back and forth. See if I see any movement in the stream.
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Okay, well I can see the mouse go. Okay, there it goes. All right. Put all my windows back so you can see Zachary's smiling face. There we go. Yeah, maybe if you folks are watching, click the little gear in the bottom right corner and change it down to 720. This should be. I thought I had this set to downsample anyway for broadcast. I might have missed that, or I just watered the sidewalk. I might have missed that, or it just the setting reset itself between closing and opening OBS. That has happened before, so I'm lost. Where am I? Map. All right. I am just south of the community center. Where's the store from there? You were going to the store, right?
Yeah, I already bought stuff, and I'm back.
I already went to the store and went back to the farm. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. All right.
There we go.
You know, one of my biggest things that my mind just wouldn't let go of while I was watching Wonder Woman is, can she fly or not? Because there's a couple points in the movie, especially towards the end, where it definitely looks like she's hovering.
Yeah.
And she seems, I mean, it's established in the beginning of the film that she can leap like a darn gazelle, but towards the end of the movie, I mean, she's leaping like a mad woman. She suddenly gets the power to run like the Flash. She can absorb and throw lightning, and I'm not sure if it's her power or her gauntlets, or if she'd be able to do it without her gauntlets, and if so, are her gauntlets special? And the very end of the movie, she's like, someone needs my help. And I rewound the film a couple times. I'm like, I don't hear anything. It's if there's something there like a siren or a help, it's buried in the mix.
Yeah.
And then she jumps, and I'm like, again, can she fly? Maybe she has her invisible plane at that point. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe, but she doesn't have an invisible plane in Justice League, that's for sure. Although, did they make a joke about that? I can't remember.
I didn't see it, but I remember. I think it was the cartoon movie where her invisible jet is just like Steve's
Crisis
plane,
on
which
Two Earths.
no, the Wonder Woman movie. Isn't it?
Oh,
She just has a stealth jet or something. Like she uses Steve's stealth plane, or I don't remember.
I don't remember. No.
I thought that was a good compromise. It's an invisible plane because it's a stealth plane.
Yeah, but no. In Crisis on Two Earths, she gets Batman or Owlman's jet, and which due to some malfunction has been locked into invisibility mode. But, yeah, but in the Justice League animated show, she doesn't. She flies. She's basically a Superman or Supergirl or Superwoman without the laser eyes and freeze breath.
Yeah, that was one thing.
She's got the flight. She's got the strength, and
yeah,
I
that was
guess
one issue I had with the cartoon. I was like, wait, Wonder Woman can fly? Since when could Wonder Woman fly?
yeah, it's been a recent addition to her character, her power set in the comics too, I believe. Yeah, I just sometimes I feel like Wonder Woman is being made to be too much like Superman and not enough her own character with power sets. It's like I said, she's Kryptonian powers except for the freeze breath and laser beam or laser eyes, and which I guess you can't isn't that terrible of a thing, but it's just it can get kind of boring. So what are you doing?
I thought I'd run over to the blacksmith if I can find my way over there and sell my geode.
Oh, okay.
Blacksmith. Keep going right. Okay. So did you see Solo, a Star Wars movie, or this Star Wars?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Not, yeah, it just came out.
That's true.
So
It came out yesterday, I think.
yeah,
Or Thursday night, or whenever. Okay. Am I stuck again? Oh no, I'm here. Where is it? Ah, this looks like it. It's locked, open 9 to... Oh, crap, it closed an hour and a half ago. Son of a biscuit.
Yeah, the Clint keeps very short hours. His place is closed more than anybody else's. Oh.
I guess I can't vandalize his shrubbery. So
No, you're trying to chop it all down.
I'm a little upset. I walked all the way over here and he's closed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that happens.
So I guess we can only chop down stuff on our own farm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just had a frame rate stutter.
Oh, fun.
Oh, there's a sewer. Can we go in the sewer and are there mutant turtles or anything down there?
There's mutant fish.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but you can't go down there yet.
Go fishing in the sewers.
Yeah, eventually you'll be able to go down into the sewers.
Oh. Okay, let me look at my stuff because otherwise does that get rid of you? No? Okay.
And the stream has gone into buffer mode for me again. Not sure if it's just because I'm trying to stream and play the game at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of have it. You know, I have the game running. I have the Google Hangout open. I have the oh, I can't fish in this little pond here. I've got a lot of stuff open too, so I'm wondering if that's the stream or what. Okay, can't fish at just any body of water.
Well, where are you at? Where are you trying to fish?
Oh, I don't know. I just passed a body of water. Let's see, where am I?
Should be able to fish in pretty much anything.
Oh, I am like, I'm right next to a wizard's tower.
Okay, yeah, you can fish in that.
I overshot the farm.
You can fish in the pond next to that.
Well, I'll try again then. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I was hitting the wrong button. Joja Cola?
Oh yeah, you get lots of trash when you fish too.
But I get 13 energy and health. Is there actually cola in the can? It's not just an empty can?
Yeah.
Or am I eating the can?
It's an unopened can of soda. And
broken CD. Huh. It's a JojaNet 2.0 trial CD. Oh, it's an AOL thing. Okay. There's a lot of junk in this lake. Smallmouth bass, 13 inches in length. That's more like it. Bye-bye, cola. Hello, bass. Wait, where'd my bass go? Oh, crap. Did I have to actually drag it out of the... I did, didn't I? Oh. Oh, that blows. I think I just lost my bass. I really don't like the way this mini-game is done with the rapid clickies. Maybe I needed to play Cookie Clicker more. I think your sound is off, Zachary.
oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, I had to mute my mic earlier, and I thought I unmuted it. But no, the fishing game, you don't have to rapidly click. Actually, that's probably worse.
Oh.
You just you click and hold, and then release. Like you clicking and hold
Oh,
moves the green bar up, and then releasing it lets it fall back down. And you got to just do that in order to catch the fish.
okay. No wonder. I was gonna say because the controls on this are genuinely garbage, but I'm just doing it wrong. All right.
Yep.
Can I get to the house before? What is this broken? Where am I?
You're probably at the
Okay.
greenhouse. Just head straight
Yeah,
straight
straight to the right.
to the right. Yeah.
Boy, our plot's bigger than that. Okay, there we are.
Yep.
Not this
So
time, Dr. Harvey.
yep.
Did you see the trailers for that movie, Great, about the guy who becomes like a quadriplegic, but they implant him with Siri, who takes over his body so that he can avenge the people who killed his dog or family or
Um,
something?
I have not seen that. No, that sounds weird.
It's high concept, but it's actually, from what I've seen in the trailers, done pretty well because this guy is. Oh, there's a. Stay out of my parsnips.
Hey.
Looks pretty cool. I really like the way the actor is playing the. I'm not in control of my faculties. It's a operating system that's moving
Yeah.
me around. Are these ready to be
Sounds like
plucked?
an
Or?
No, just
yet?
the
Okay.
ones that I picked. Those ones we planted a day late, so they'll be ready tomorrow.
Hmm.
You can harvest those ones, so you can get the experience. But tomorrow I should be able to start building scarecrows.
There we go.
It's because I got experience from my parsnips.
Everyone loves a parsnip.
Yep. So, did you see the trailer for Happy Time Murders?
Yeah, I did, and that kind of frustrated me because that's a movie I've been looking forward to for years.
Yeah.
And I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, that looks a little lame. Um,
Yeah.
it just looks so. It was originally pitched, and the original art I saw for it was um,
Yeah.
very moody and noir, and this just looks like an SNL sketch. You know, it's
Yeah.
overlit, it's flat. I mean, it might be entertaining enough, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm disappointed by what it is or what it's not. You know.
Yeah, because I was reading a bunch of comments online, and everybody was just like, "Man, I'm getting people were like, "Man, this is giving me sausage party vibes," and
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
people just weren't that interested in it because it just it just seems to be raunchy humor for the sake of raunchy humor, and
Yeah,
and without having any real meat to it.
yeah. Roger Rabbit works because it's taken totally. I mean, it's a funny movie, but it's taken totally seriously.
Yeah, they take themselves seriously, and it works because it's just an absurd premise. Cartoon characters are real and live alongside us. It's a very absurd premise, but everybody, they really sell the world as as an actual thing. But this one, yeah, the Muppet thing just seems kind of. I don't know. It just doesn't really do that. It doesn't really sell the movie to me. But I'm not. I'm not totally against Melissa McCarthy or McCarthy or McCartney.
McCarthy.
McCarthy. I'm not totally against her.
No, neither am I.
It's
In
not.
fact, she seems to be playing the movie more seriously than the movie is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just it's. But yeah, a lot of people seem to have problems with her just in general. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of stuff with her in it, so I don't really have anything to say on that, about that. But
Yeah, I've seen a couple of her movies. She's funny, but some of her movies just kind of look terrible.
yeah, she's definitely not a. I'm a
It might
Chris
just be
Farley
her
fan.
husband makes terrible movies.
Well, that could be it too.
Because when she pairs with people who are not him, they tend to be good, like Bridesmaids or Spy.
Yeah.
Let's see, process geodes. There we go. Process my geode. Huzzah! Just place your geodes on my apple and give it a whack. And is that it? Am I done? The price is 25 per geode. Okay. I guess I'm helping. I got some money. Alright, let me look at my settings here. I don't think I can move them while I'm streaming, but... yeah, I can't move anything while I'm...
Yeah. But did you hear about the Sesame Street suing for trademark infringement
no.
for against the Happy Time Murders? Because they're using one of the movie's taglines is "No Sesame, All Street," and the Sesame Street company is none too happy about that.
I got some green algae on.
You didn't hear about that lawsuit?
No.
Yeah, it's like, kind of funny when I heard about it. I'm just like, well, and it's I can understand where they're coming from because it's Muppets and
Mona's dead.
What's dead?
Mona. I'm looking at the cemetery.
Mona.
The last poor Mona. There. Oh goodness. Oh, can't read this one. All right, let's vandalize the cemetery. I cannot.
If only you could use your shovel on the cemetery, that would be fun.
Dig up a corpse. All right, who are you, spiky hair person? You are Sam.
Yeah.
And Sam says it's good to meet me. Well, of course it is. I am a hunter from the New World, and I've killed a lot of things with my Palico Bob. Anyone wondering? Yes, this my Stardew Valley character here is Leslie from Monster Hunter. So if you were watching the adventures of Leslie and Bob, yeah, I patterned her after. I couldn't get her exact, but fairly close.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It didn't really have her hairstyle, unfortunately.
And here I am, just being me.
Okay.
Yeah, I made my character look as much like me as I could.
Oh, did you see the new art for Thundercats Roar?
Oh yeah. I'm not too pleased with it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah, I'm not. I have vague
donating
memories.
Stuff through the museum.
Yeah, I found some stuff in the mines. The mines just opened up today, so went to the mines, found a few things, and donated them. But yeah, I saw that and I watched the little I don't know if you'd call it a test animation or a promo or whatever, and I was just not at all happy with that. I just do not like this art style that
it reminds. I haven't seen the show, but it's
kind
of like Steven Universe. It looks close to.
Yeah, like a little bit of Steven Universe, some Teen Titans Go mixed in, and
although Teen Titans Go to the movies looks really funny. Either that or just has a good trailer.
Yeah, the premise of Teen Titans Go to the movies. Yeah, I could probably get behind that just because it's just making fun of superhero movies, and I'm all for satire like that. But yeah, I just I just can't get behind it because I get behind this Thundercats roar thing just because my memories of Thundercats is just it's an 80s cartoon, but
Hmm.
the premise is somewhat serious and the way it in the way it's presented. But yeah, I really do not like this art style. In any show, and just the promo, the test anime or the promotional animation just did was not at all interesting. It was just too goofy and for its own good, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't to my taste either. Did you
Yeah.
see any of the Thundercats reboot from 2011 or so?
No, I haven't actually. I've been I didn't even realize there was a Thundercats reboot.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't coal. I, I got coal at some point.
You probably got it from breaking a rock. Or found it in the trash can if you were digging through trash.
Nope. Can hear you doing something. What are you doing? Clearing.
Over here. Yeah, I'm just chopping weeds, trying to find free seeds. But,
Yeah, I saw the first couple episodes of Thundercats, the one they made a few years ago. Eh.
yeah.
Actually, I don't like that art style either. I thought it looked kind of crap. Um,
Oh yeah.
but you know, who knows? Even if the new show Roar is good, I think I'd still say, well, the art style. I mean, show's good, but the art style still sucks.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I saw a Warren Lewis, who might still be in the chat, posted on Facebook a Ghostbusters done in that new Thundercats Roar Steven Universe type style. And
Yeah.
I looked at it, I was like, that actually looks really cool. And I was trying to figure out, now, why do I like this and not Thundercats? And I think it's because while it's using that same big-eyed, big teeth style,
Yeah.
each of the characters, the way they're posed, still evoke the essence of those characters. Um,
Yeah.
Lion-O and Panthro and Chitara and stuff, they don't. They look different, but they also. I might be able to get behind the style more if they seem to actually be Lion-O and Panthro and all those
Yeah.
other characters, but they're not. But I mean, maybe they're going a completely different direction with the show. I don't know. Doesn't
Yeah.
It doesn't come out for a while, I guess. So Gravity
Yeah.
Falls,
They
Steven
just
Universe,
started
Thundercats, or
working on it.
Uncle Grandpa. Never even heard of that one.
Yeah, that one's I've seen that one around. I haven't actually watched it yet, but yeah, I don't know. So you say you've watched you watched that Thundercats reboot. What do you think, it was a better reboot than the Masters of the Universe one,
Uh,
or
I
do you
would
think
I would
Masters?
say it's about the same. It's kind of one of those. Let's let's do the '80s cartoon, but take it a bit more seriously and a bit less cheesy. Um, and it works. But I definitely like the style of the Masters of the Universe reboot better than the style
Yeah.
of the Thundercats reboot.
Okay. 'Cause I watched the Masters of the Universe one, and I think I'm just yeah. It
Okay,
just
Geo.
it was okay, and but yeah, I just don't think it was all that awesome, but all that
It
great.
was all right. There were things I liked about it.
Yeah.
Um, so they had the big reveal for Battlefield 5, and
Oh
they had this like hour stream reveal, and I was like, I so don't care. And then
yeah.
they released a piece of key art, which has. I mean, it's pretty much the over blue with the orange highlights, and there's a woman standing in the center with guns, and it's like
Yeah.
it looks like the cover of every game, but I looked at
Yeah.
it, and the sense I got was like, wait a minute, are they doing like future people come back in time to fight World War II? That could be interesting. And the reason I had that
Uh-huh.
thought was because the model they used for the person on the cover is, well, a modern-looking person, so she looks modern
Yeah.
with a trench coat, and her handgun looked modern to me, and so that's why I was
Yeah.
thinking, are these ready to be plucked?
Yeah, you right-click and pick them.
All right. So I thought, oh well, that's actually a neat idea with some potential. We're gonna go back to the past and fight World War II the right way. I'm like, okay, I'm on board with that. And then they released the trailer, and I watched that, and that's not at all what they're doing. And I realized I don't know guns from anything, so I looked it up, and yeah,
There's one more there you can pick.
the handgun she's holding is they had handguns like that since the early 20th century, so.
Yeah.
I guess when I'm thinking World War II, I'm thinking of stuff that looks like, German Lugers and stuff. Where do I go with the parsnips? I just do I sell them in town or something?
You can set them in the that
Oh,
big
is
box.
this the
Yep,
outbox?
that one
Okay.
right there. Yeah, that's the shipping box.
Cool. Okay, cool. What were we talking about? Oh, Battlefield, yeah. You're a history buff and Battlefield ticks you off? Why? Why? It's a video game. It's not meant to be realistic. Oh, hey, look, a scarecrow.
Yeah.
They're putting women in the promotional art as if they typically had frontline roles in the military in World War II, and they absolutely did not. A Leaf, don't be that guy. Dude, seriously, don't be that guy. But even if that were true, who cares?
Yeah, it's not. It's honestly, it's a video game.
Yep.
The way the battles themselves are structured just isn't realistic to the setting, and I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
get it.
you don't respawn. You don't. I mean, look at the trailer. That's not how war looks. I mean, you want it realistic. You want it realistic. These people would not look like runway models. They'd be all emaciated and dirty, and have that hollow 1,000-yard stare and dragging themselves from place to place. And that's, who wants that? I mean, the more realistic you get, the worse you get a lot of times. I mean, it depends on what kind of game.
Oh, yeah,
but this is a fun shooter, so.
The more realistic you get, the less likely you'll get published. Hence 6 Days at Fallujah. Nobody wanted to touch that game with the 10-foot pole, and it never made it to. It never made it to print.
Could have been interesting.
It could have been, and it's just it's unfortunate that we didn't get that. We have seen some other really interesting war games. Games set in World War II. I'm trying to remember. This War of Mine, is that one I'm thinking of? But we've seen games out there, but typically they're either independent games or indie games, or they're experimental games. The type of games that publishers will throw out just to throw them out there, but they don't put any marketing muscle behind them or anything like that. Yeah. But yeah,
how about the people that fought the war having their history turned into political pandering? Seriously, again, a Leaf, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
You mean political pandering, like the fact that every single World War I and World War II game has been nothing but U.S. propaganda?
Well, I mean, the ones made here.
Yeah, at least the ones made here, yeah. But yeah, it's these games are very much just propaganda for
it's one way to look at it.
for U.S. because again,
sure, it's overtly patriotic rah. I mean, they do, depending on the game, they do try to get a bit more perspective or international look at it. I mean, you play
Yeah.
different sides. I mean, there were a lot of different people in the Second World War, of course, and
Yeah,
so
but
you get different
typically,
perspectives.
these World War II games will focus mainly on the battles the U.S. was involved in.
That's true. Yeah,
They
I
don't
mean, what
spend a whole lot
frustrates
of
me, I think,
time
is that World War II is such a humongous war with all kinds of things that went on, and the video games tend to focus on the
on
same
Normandy.
theaters,
Yes,
yeah, over and over
yeah,
and over. And it's like
storming Normandy, and
World War II was really big, as the name might imply. There's a lot more than you can do with it.
yeah,
So, but again, it's not a history book; it's a video game.
yeah,
And especially in a culture that, in a lot of ways, says uh, the other, depending on which other you're talking about, is not welcome. It's nice to see games explicitly say that, yeah, these games are not just for, straight white guys like me. It's for everybody.
yeah.
And if you don't want to play a woman, don't, because it's a character customization game, and you can play any character you want.
Yeah.
And you can play with a prosthetic arm, and I hope you can hook people in the face, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
Right, can I get to the geode guy before he closes?
Probably not. But yeah, the prosthetic arm guy, that was actually kind of neat. At first, I was like, "Does he have a cyborg hand?" Because I read your tweet and I went into the trailer with that mindset that it was a people from the future coming in.
British gal with the face paint who had the prosthetic arm.
Was it her?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because at first I thought it was a cyborg hand. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then I got a better shot of it, or better view of it in a later part of the trailer. I was like, oh, it's a prosthetic arm. Okay.
I still have no interest in playing this game though.
Of course not.
I'm like, yeah, it looks like every other shooter. I don't care.
Yeah, of course, but yeah. But I think a game.
Oh, it costs me money to crack open the geode. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was cracking open the geodes and giving me money for my geodes.
Oh, no, that's not how it works.
Why do you have to customize your character to have empathy for them? You don't. Who said you did?
Yeah.
Not sure what you're getting at there. Personally, depending on I think for a shooter where, I mean, especially since they took away the campaign, the single player stuff, I think character customization is a pretty good way to go. I mean, they do have standard character sets where if you don't care, you can just pick a character or randomize or whatever. But when you're getting into huge multiplayer maps, it's good to have your own identity as you in the game, as your player. But for story-based games, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, for example, that's a story-based game where it's a specific story with specific events happening to your character, and I don't think character creation works as well in those instances. I much prefer an actual prefab character that's like you are this specific person in this specific story, because otherwise you end up with a lot of people the dialogue is written around the fact that you could be anybody, and so they use real general terms and non gendered pronouns to refer to you, because they don't know what you're going to look like or who you're going to be or anything like that. And that I find immersion breaking. So it really depends on the game, I think, as to which works better as far as how you as the player relate to or empathize with the character you're playing. I mean, in a big game like Battlefield or Call of Duty or any of those massively multiplayer games, battle royale type games, where you're constantly dying and respawning and there's no real story to speak of.
Yeah.
I don't know that you get attached to your character as an actual character, because your character really isn't a character, they're just your avatar, Yeah. I mean, but when you, on the other hand, a game like Monster Hunter,
I felt some ownership over my character of Leslie in Monster Hunter, because while it is somewhat of I mean, you can play it just like a grindy MMO type of game.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to be a scarecrow. I'm burning my butt on this candle. I kind of felt like this was Leslie's story, where she got to the town and was this lowly monster hunter. She worked her way up the ranks and just impressed the hell out of everybody. So I wasn't really playing me in that game. I was playing Leslie, the newbie monster hunter. But if I were playing Call of Duty or Battlefield or Fortnite or PUBG, I don't feel like I'm playing Leslie, the battlefield person, or whoever I'm playing. I feel like I'm just playing a video game, you know?
Yeah. Well, and going back to your point about character creation in a single player game, I played a game called White Knight Chronicle. It's an RPG on the PlayStation 3, and you get to create your own character at the beginning of the game, but the game itself, the story revolves around one of your party characters. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, and I'm like, why in the world did I even create a character when all I really needed to be was to be this particular character and follow his story through the game? But yeah, it was just really weird. But it was one of those games that had a tacked on multiplayer mode.
Mm-hmm. Which game?
And so so I'm like, okay, well, that's probably why they have the create your own character thing, is so that you can play online multiplayer and not.
Ooh, I leveled up. Aha!
Nice.
I am ho proficient. Nice.
Nice.
And I can make a scarecrow.
But yeah, so the reason they had
I can make poop.
But yeah, the reason they had the character creation was for the sole purpose of the online multiplayer. The character you create has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the rest of the game, and other than just here's a character. And I didn't so I had no vested interest whatsoever in this character, and I just kind of just left it as the default character, and that was it. But,
yeah, it's like this game. I think you are, you create a character, but you become, or you're role playing as this character. Taking up a farm and fixing up the town and things like that.
Yeah. A game like this, where the object is to put yourself in this, and there's not really a story that really revolves around you. It's just you're a character, you're a person who moved here, and you're starting a new life. So there's not a whole lot of specific character interactions towards you. All right. Let's see. I am going
Is there a need? Why is there a need to role play in a simple shooter like Battlefield? I don't think there is.
I wouldn't think there is.
I mean, I think that's what I've been saying. Like, I don't play Battlefield, but for me, a game like Battlefield is not a game where I feel like I'm playing an actual character. I'm just, the character in the game is my avatar, an extension of myself. So
yeah, and
I mean because it's a character creation, I do feel ownership over the character, but it's not like another person. It's just an extension of me.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it anyway. But I mean, different people play games different ways. I imagine there are some people who really get invested in the character they created and are like really role-playing a person. My character has died and come back to life to save the... I don't know. That's not personally how I'd play that type of game, but what did I do? I cannot keep... I don't wassid well.
But even with a game like Battlefield, there's really no reason not to allow people to create their own character and have that character look like them.
Well, also you'd have like the same crop of characters just running, or you'd be seeing the same people over and over. And you want to be able to play a game and say, "Oh, that's Larry, that's Jane, that's Philip, that's all these people from my friends list. I recognize their character." Otherwise, you'd have to like mouse over them and see who the hell it was, or see the name floating above their head, which is not very realistic. But now you can recognize them by sight because everyone has unique characters.
Yeah.
And if they want to be the cool gal with the war paint and the hook hand, they can, or they can be the big muscular dude with the mustache, or anything in between. From what I've read, the character creator is very
robust.
Very robust. Okay, I have 608 gold, so I should have enough to actually cash in my geode this time. Lots of people care about historical authenticity. Well, then you should probably avoid Battlefield because it's
in general,
it's a video game.
It's just it's not historically accurate in any way. Even it's just
none of these people
basically
look
a first-person shooter in a World War II style setting. There's really there's nothing historically accurate outside of this is a real place that existed, and this is somewhat what it looked like.
Mm-hmm. It's a game played in a setting that actually happened. Let's see. Can I do my geode thing? Yes! Haha! Now I got a rock? What's this? Just a rock.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I got a... What is that? Copper ore.
Nice.
Smelt my ore, buddy.
Now you got to do it yourself.
I got to smelt... I'm going to leave and smelt my own ore. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, trust me, I'm not buying it. What, Battlefield 5? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want it, you don't have to get it.
I'm not buying it either.
Yeah, I'm not buying it just because I don't play first-person shooters. And
yeah, not my genre of game.
Yeah.
But, it's not historically accurate is a very odd critique to levy at a game where you heal by either health pack, which is not realistic, or not getting shot for a few seconds while you hold still and hide behind something.
Yeah, exactly.
Also not realistic. As I mentioned before, respawning after death, not realistic. Being able to sprint across the battlefield weighed down by all that crap, not realistic.
Not realistic, yeah.
Farming bullets and crap off of other people, not realistic. At least not at that speed. So... Really? Nothing? Aren't there supposed to be seeds in these weeds? Maybe. I have bad luck with this.
Random drops. You're mostly going to get fiber, but occasionally you'll get actual seeds. But...
Fiber. I will take my fiber and weave a pair of pants out of them. Okay, what are my menus here? Skills. I have no skill. Oh, I have one in farming. Mining, foraging, fishing, and combat. Oh.
Yeah, you go into the mines and you'll be able to fight monsters.
I'm looking at my social stats. Nobody loves me. Yeah.
Yeah, you start out with 0 hearts with everybody, and then as
I think I said hi to one person, so I'm not like the most social person.
Yeah.
Leaf, not to put too fine a point on it, but it sounds like you just really don't like women and are bothered by there's women in your game. Not a good look, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, we've got bread in the box.
Yeah, I
Let's
found some
see.
in the trash and poured that away for you.
Fiber. Okay, now what was it doing? Wood fence, gate, chest, wood sign, path. Path is wood.
So if you go up to the mines and take the elevator down to floor 10, you can find yourself a pair of boots.
Oh, alright. Alright, let's see. That's right. Yep. We're gonna
It
make our
sounds like
farm
you
all
have a
pretty
political
now.
agenda to push.
Huh?
Oh, a leaf says, because you said that it sounds like he just doesn't like women. He says, it sounds like you have a political agenda to push.
That everyone should be fairly represented, that video games are for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good agenda to push. Yeah, there's really no reason to not let women play women in games or guys play women in games if they want to. It's
Yeah.
just there's no reason not to have that as an option.
This
Uh,
is one. Do. I'm building paths. I'm decorating is what I'm doing.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Where's my... I'm still very terrible at Placid.
Yeah.
And I can't build over the candle. That's alright.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just use your pickaxe or hoe to knock that out of the.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Where's your front door? There we go.
Hello.
See, isn't it good?
Yeah.
Again, a leaf. So what? Even if that were true, who cares? It's a video game. They're not realistic. I mean, if that really, really bothers you, well, like you said, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's again, not a really good look for you to say, this game that I would otherwise enjoy, I'm not going to play it simply because I have the option to play as a woman. That's not a good look, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you out and out say that, you know, the other stuff that's not realistic is fine, but the woman stuff is not fine.
Yeah, it's a line too far. Nice path. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really get around to decorating my farms until I'm like years into a map. It's like everything just kind of grows, and I don't bother with paths just because they never really seem all that useful. But they are nice to look at.
Where did it... Well, shoot. Where, I thought I made more path. Where did I put it? Must still be in the box. Or... Oh, no, I just didn't have it selected. There we go.
Okay.
Haha! Now we
There
just
we
need
go.
more seeds.
Yeah, we can swing by Pierre's and pick up some seeds in the morning.
Alright.
But I'm heading to bed. I'm all out of energy, so.
Let's see. What I was referring to, Leaf, was your comment, just because other things aren't realistic, that doesn't give an excuse to just throw history out the window, too. What you're referring to is the presence of women. You're saying that the other unrealistic things that would essentially fly in the face of history are okay, but the women are not. Not cool.
Yeah.
I said earlier it's go to sleep for the night. I said earlier it's ridiculous how the player can pick up an MG42. I don't know what an MG42 is. I guess that's a gun, so I probably didn't say that, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. But I did say there are a lot of things in video games that are silly and historically inaccurate and completely unrealistic, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
Hello.
But, I mean, seriously, if the presence of women in a video game bothers you that much, well, you're doing the right thing by not playing it. But
Yeah.
why are you holding a chicken?
Oh, it's something I dug out of the ground, and I was going to take it.
You dug a chicken out of the ground?
Well, it's a chicken statue, but I was going to take it to the museum today.
Oh, it's not a real chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna turn in this chicken to the museum. Just like, sir, we don't really need chickens here at the museum. It's a mounted machine gun? Oh, okay. I don't recall talking about a mounted machine gun, but, you know, whatevs.
But yeah, but if being able to pick up a machine gun that weighs more than
you do.
more than you do, and carry it around and fire it is more acceptable than playing as a woman. I just don't know what to say.
So EA says, whoops, I'm out of water. EA says, no loot boxes and things. And I'm like, yeah, maybe at launch. We'll see how long that lasts, EA.
Yeah.
But they already announced not just microtransactions, but in-game
Cosmetic
currency that you buy for with real money to spend on cosmetic stuff. Oh, we've got a cutscene coming.
Yeah, there's a cutscene in town. Are you in it? Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure if this is, I guess it's my cutscene. No, who are these people? Oh, well, we'll just
you're probably looking at me. I don't know exactly how this one works, but yeah.
Well, I don't know what words you put in a leaf's mouth, but I agree, putting words in someone's mouth is not cool. Not sure what you did, though.
Oh.
You think an MG42 is just as ridiculous as women in the British Army in front-line roles? Okay, so are you not buying the game because it has women and an MG42? Is there an MG42 in the game? I don't know where this MG42 thing came from.
Talk about picking them up is where he.
I don't know if that's a thing you do in the game, but as far as MG42s, I'm just using general things. It's why when I was talking about health, I said both. How did I get over here? Was I walking? I was like sleepwalking. Because I don't know how the health system in that game works. Why did I just lose a lot of? Oh wait, this is a shared.
Oh, I'm buying
money.
seeds.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of seeds. I was gonna go plant them. But... So picking up being able to pick up and wield an MG42 is just as ridiculous as women on the front lines in World War II.
But they're both fun,
But you're not boycotting the game because you're able to pick up an MG42. You're boycotting the game because you can play as a woman in the game. And that's what we're talking about. Is that it's ridiculous to throw a fit because you can play as a woman in a game with a character customization system. But if that's, but again, if you want to boycott the game or just not buy it or whatever, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
We don't think your reasoning makes a lot of sense.
Also, I could be wrong about this, and this is going to be rather rude, but I don't believe you when you say it's a historical accuracy thing. I think you're just sexist. And that's not a very nice thing to say, and I could totally be wrong about that.
Yeah.
But that's what I think. What did you plant here?
Just more parsnips. It's the quickest growing plant in the game. So.
Okay, makes sense. So, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Would you say that it is, without having seen the movie, of course, would you say it is, without a doubt, the worst Star Wars movie title?
The worst Star Wars movie title?
Yeah, out of the 10 main films. 10? I think we're at 10. 10 main films.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty lousy title.
So do I.
It's... Yeah, sure, it's a movie about Solo, but it's just... Yeah, it just does not sound like that interesting of a movie. If you were to...
I'm sure the movie will be fine, but
yeah.
I just... Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm like, really? Oh, you went with that title? I mean, it's like, we're going to go with Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Disney's like, hold my beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
I can water the plant in the store. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous title, and I don't know how they would have done better. It's just other than not release that movie.
I believe you have no respect for history and the men and women who served. I believe you have no respect for women. And Lee, who is in the store, says, the trees look nice today, don't they? I'm like, we're in a store, there are no trees in here. So why did you become a farmer?
Because I can't.
I'm going to make tons of money farming. Lay thinks I'm an idiot. She says, that's kind of shallow. Well, I'm a very shallow person.
Yeah.
Jordan says the Phantom Menace. Yeah, the Phantom Menace is kind of up there, I suppose.
Yeah, it is a lame title, but it's... I don't know. You're getting the A New Hope. That one doesn't really make a whole lot of sense without any backstory to the movie at all, or without any backstory to the.
And that was
story,
added
the
later.
world.
They had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
I can't get in. I found a bus, but I can't get in. Oh well.
Yeah, the bus is run down. It's broken.
The bus to Calico Desert is out of service. Oh man. You think there'd be like graffiti on the side of it or something, and like the tires would be missing?
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
We've got mail. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. I take it 24 spaces in the item slot.
Your inventory, yeah.
Whoops, that's axe. I'm trying to hoe the earth with an axe. That's right, I'm gonna revolutionize gardening. Jordan liked Solo: A Star Wars Story. It looks fun. I mean, I was the title's always been dumb, and the premise. Yeah, the premise so far as let's just go back to the well and talk about characters that we already know.
Yeah.
Wasn't really interesting to me, but then I saw I don't think the first trailer did much for me, but I think the second trailer, I was like, well, this looks like a ton of fun, so yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, this one, the Solo movies, the trailers have been, increasingly getting better. because a lot of movies you'll get the trailers and it'll just be the same old, and then you're either for it or cold on it from the beginning. But yeah, so the solo trailers have been getting better and better with each one.
Yeah, I don't know if the movie will be any good, but it looks like it'll at the very least be fun to watch. Action-packed goodness.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people have said that it's a good Star Wars movie, a good movie. So, and it very well could be, but I'll probably not go see it until it hits Redbox, because I haven't seen a single Star Wars movie in theater since.
Leaf is a fan of the original trilogy, and that's it. Well, I like the original trilogy. I do not like the prequels, and I kind of have a very... Well, let's see. Force Awakens I thought was solid. I don't think... I enjoyed watching it. I think it plays it too safe and plays it way too close to the structure of the first movie. Although, I mean, I understand what they were doing with that. It felt to me like they were saying, okay, we really pooed the bed with the prequels, so we've really got to show people that this is Star Wars. Star Wars is back, and they just held so close to Star Wars that it was just a little overly familiar. I'm talking about stuff like it was the Death Star again, that kind of stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not a bad movie, entertaining to watch. Let's see, what was the other? Rogue One didn't quite work for me. I enjoyed it, but the characters weren't there for me. And there's a lot of story structure things that don't work. There's a bunch of things that are set up and not paid off.
I liked Rogue One better than The Force Awakens, just because it was different enough from the original trilogy.
Yeah, I like what Rogue One was trying to do more than I liked Rogue One, And then Last Jedi I really liked, and have we had any others? No, Solo Star Wars Story is
the only other one, yeah.
But now they've put a Star Wars story into greenlit.
Have they actually greenlit the Boba Fett movie?
That's what it's sounding like. It's like the pen is hovering above the paper, and cool. I mean, it could be a cool movie because Boba Fett's cool, except he goes out like a punk and Jedi. But I mean, it's certainly an iconic look, and you could have a cool bounty hunter movie. But I'm more excited for new stuff. I don't want to keep exploring this one corner of the Star Wars universe. I'd like to expand into other things, which is why I'm excited to see what Rian Johnson, the director of Last Jedi, does with a new trilogy that is apparently not going to be related to anything we've seen. Whoops, wrong button. Not going to be related to anything we've seen before. That's exciting. And again, I want to be clear that doesn't make a good movie, and following stuff we've already know doesn't make a bad movie.
Yeah.
Just, if you want to get me excited, show me something new.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm still going to go see Solo: A Star Wars Story, but... I heard someone call it Soul Origins, combining Solo and Origins. Soul Origins. I thought that was pretty good.
Nice.
Where's my Salacious Crumb spinoff? Seriously.
Yes, we should get Salacious Crumb and make a movie about him.
For anyone not in the know, that's the little Jabba gremlin guy. Yeah. Now, what they should do is do a musical biopic of the Max Rebo band. That Thing You Do, that kind of movie that follows the trials, or This Is Spinal Tap, only treated seriously. With the Max Rebo, that could be totally cool.
That could be, yeah. I would be totally down for that. I would enjoy that because
all the drama between Cy Snoodles and Max Rebo. It'd be great.
Yeah. Well, and you read the Tales from Jabba's Palace book.
I've not read it, but I
you haven't?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it tells their story, and most of the stories are built around what happened in the fallout of Luke and them killing Jabba.
Mhm.
But theirs starts out a little bit before, where they're telling the story of how they ended up at Jabba's palace, and it was probably my favorite. That one and the Rancor Keepers stories. Were
Yeah,
my
well,
two
I mentioned
favorite
this
of
in,
that.
when I did that video a year or so ago talking about the Solo movie.
Yeah.
You could do like an anthology movie based around Jabba's palace,
Yeah.
or the Mos Eisley Cantina. I mean, so
Uh-huh.
many weird and cool characters coming in and out of that place all day. There's got to be a bunch of neat short one-shot stories that you can play off of that scenario. You know, tales from
Oh, yeah.
Jabba's palace or tales from the Mos Eisley Cantina. In fact, there's probably been something like that done in the books.
Oh yeah. There was one for Mos Eisley Cantina, the
No, so the good ideas I
Jabba's
have already
palace,
been done for decades.
and then Tales of the Bounty Hunters, which tells the story of all 5, 6 bounty hunters that Darth Vader hired to hunt down Han and Leia.
Okay, so let's see. There's Boba Fett. There's IG-88. There's Dengar, I think is his name.
Yeah, Dengar,
What's
the guy
what's
that
the
had the wrapped
Bosk, I think, is the lizard-looking guy.
or Bosch, or something like that. Yeah.
Who else is there? There's Boba Fett. IG-88's the robot guy. Dengar is the dude. Bosk or something like that is the lizard-looking
He's the
guy.
lizard guy,
And then you have. Who's the other one?
Yeah, there's two more. One has like the bug-eye mask, and then he has a robot partner.
Oh, right. Yeah. Don't know that character name.
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
But
Their story was actually really crap. I hated that one.
Leaf was talking earlier about, oh my god, I didn't know that was a character name.
Yeah,
Salacious Crumb and Cy Snoodles, those, maybe it's just because those are the names I grew up with, but the names have gotten stupid. Like in the prequel, there's like someone's Sleaze Baggio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
He's the guy that sells...
Willie caught you digging through his trash, Zachary.
Yeah, well, it was the saloon trash. I thought Willie was far enough away, but apparently he wasn't.
Oh, I have a potato. Nice. What do I do with this copper ore? Where do I smelt it? Do we need to build our own smelter thing?
Right next to the chest, I built a smelter.
Oh, that's what that is.
If you have 5 pieces of copper and 1 piece of coal, you can smelt 1 bar of copper.
No, I've only got 1. Oh well.
Yeah, I think there might be 2 in the chest, so we still need to get a couple more.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we have a total of 3 now, and we have a bunch of pieces of coal. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, Leaf says I don't feel like every future Star Wars movie needs to have some connection to another movie. Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah, and that's.
And I'm not saying
we talked about this before.
Yeah, I'm not saying no future Star Wars movie can be connected. I'm just saying, let's have variety. We can have both.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stories to be told. Star Wars Rebels was a really good film, or a really good TV show. It was based, in the pre New Hope, and so you had that familiarity to it, but it was a totally different story, and built in that era, and it worked. And you had the little tie-ins with the rest of the trilogy and the main characters in there, but you never really, they were just little side things, little cameos here and there, or a guest star for an episode or 2. But they had their own characters that they built and told their stories about, and I really enjoyed that, and I would like to see more stuff like that.
Jordan says, what about the guy who Luke was going to go sell at Tashi Station, where Luke was going to go sell his power converters to? Whatever happened to him?
He was going to buy power converters.
Oh, pick up. Yeah, right. He was going to pick them up.
Yeah.
And since he didn't get there, did that guy go out of business? was he was probably owed Jabba something. He's like, no, I've got this sale coming. This guy's gonna come in and buy some power converters. I'll have your money by the end of the week. And Luke didn't show up, and the guy was taken out back and beaten.
Yeah.
The butterfly effect, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stories, and like I've said before, let's base some movies around the old Republic, like not prequel old Republic, but when the Republic was first forming, when the Jedi Order was first coming into being, when there was no real light side, dark side dichotomy. It was just a free for all, and people are trying to find a path, like something to some stability in using the Force, and where people were still experimenting. That would be fun. I would love to watch something like that. But
I like that big monster guy in one of the cartoons who's like, there's no light side, there's no dark side. It's kind of shades of gray.
Yeah,
the guy talking to the blind dude.
Kanan from Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, that. Yeah,
I thought that was an interesting new twist, new perspective on the whole concept of light side, dark side.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name now, but he's actually based off of an extended universe, a character from the novels, the old EU novels. But yeah, I'm trying to remember his name. I think it starts with a B. But yeah, he was a good character, and I really liked his perspective in the Force, because yeah, like you said, it wasn't a light side, dark side type thing. It was just the Force is there. It's like, it's just the way you use it type thing. It's going to bug me now that I can't remember that character's name.
It's like, it's like Ben or something. Or it wasn't like the something, like the Bakhtu or the... I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember either.
I haven't even seen the whole show, so... Or even most of it, I've just seen part of it.
Oops. Good show. It's definitely worth a watch.
Is that Rebels or is that Clone Wars?
Rebels. No, it's Rebels. Clone Wars. They did the now I'm trying to remember what they're called, but they did these mystical Force wielders where it's like a father, a son, and a daughter, and they
the Mason something or other.
I don't know. I don't remember. But it was like the father, the son, and the daughter represented the light side, the son represented the dark side, and the father was the just the the chill guy that kind of kept them from killing each other type person. I've overextended myself.
Oh yeah, I'm running low on energy too.
I thought I had enough energy to chop down a tree, and I was just one energy off.
What do I think the box office draw will be for typo Solo? Very high. It's a Star Wars movie. It will make a lot of money.
I think
even if it's terrible.
I think it would. It'll make quite a bit of money. I think it'll probably do more than Rogue One did, just from the reviews and talk that I've seen. So
yeah,
I think it'll do pretty well for itself.
Some of the early, I think Jordan said he saw it and said it was good. Some of the early stuff I've been hearing has been positive.
Yay, we don't have to...
Then again, that doesn't matter because it's Star Wars and it will make all the money.
Yep.
So...
Yep. I'll let you harvest that half, and I'll get these ones.
Alrighty.
Because we don't share experience in this game.
So some of the parsnips are kind of a darker color. Should I leave those alone, or are they just not as high quality?
Those are potatoes.
Oh, those are potatoes. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a mix of crops now.
Aha.
Don't use your watering can. It's raining. You don't need to water anything.
I just missed. Oh, I guess I gotta drop them off here because I'm full. Oh, goodness. Potato in the box. Parsnip. So they're rated. So I got a silver parsnip and some gold parsnip.
Yeah. If you got some gold ones, come put them in this chest so we can use those for something else.
Oops, I already put. Can I take them out of the box?
You can only take out the last thing you put in. So don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But,
Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here.
Good job, Leslie. See, that's another good reason to create a avatar rather than yourself in the game, because now if I screw up like that, I can blame Leslie instead of myself. Like, no, it wasn't me, it was Leslie.
Yeah.
That was Leslie not paying attention and getting rid of the gold parsnips. Oh, but I got some more gold parsnips, so I'll keep those.
Yeah, we only need 5 of them. You can. There's one in the chest right now, but
I have just one. There we go. Oh, I can hear. We got fireworks going on somewhere. What day is it?
today's Wednesday.
It's maybe SeaWorld is doing its fireworks show now.
Oh, you're talking about in real life.
Yeah, I can hear them outside, and they're coming from that away, which is the direction of SeaWorld. So.
Okay.
So that could be it. Okay, so is putting a Y in the middle of solo a thing? Because I've seen this typo a couple times now, and that tells me it's not a typo.
I have no idea. I've never seen that. Zoilo is the first star I did not rush to see.
Well, I mean, it's only been out for a day, so...
Yeah.
I'm working tomorrow, so I'll probably see it next weekend if I have time.
Yeah, I'll probably see it when it hits Redbox. That's just how I am. A movie has to be really, really interesting for me to want to go and see it in the theater. But something like I'm really excited about. But even then, I might not actually go out to watch it because other things will come up.
Look at the prices at the hospital. My goodness, it's a solid $1,000 for a single energy tonic or a muscle remedy. I guess we don't have insurance as farmers.
Yeah, there's no insurance in the game. You're paying full price for your medical care.
There's no copay here, buddy. Oh, it's Vincent's birthday. Who's Vincent? It's this guy with pink hair, I guess. Lewis's birthday. Wow, a lot of birthdays this month.
Yeah, well, there's only 20. There's 4 months and 28 days in each month.
Okay, so. it's the month of spring. I see what they're doing.
Yeah,
Harvest or not Harvest Moon. Well, maybe Harvest Moon, but Rune Factory does something similar. Or similar, does the same thing. Uh-oh, I just locked up.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, fun.
Stardew Valley has stopped working.
Yep, Leslie just quit.
Oh. Well, we've been going for 2 hours, so...
we have?
So
I didn't even realize how long we were going.
Yeah,
so.
I guess this is a good place to stop. So,
yeah, I'll exit and save my game, save the game. So
yeah, that just totally crashed. So yeah, I guess that's a good place to stop. So hey, happy 100th episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this different podcast. I mean, I think I'd said somewhere that we'd be doing something special and kind of crossed that out and wrote different. But we'll be back to the usual format next week and talking about focusing our full attention on the week's news and whatever happens. And E3's coming up 2 weeks, I think.
Yes, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
so that'll be exciting.
I don't know. Are you looking forward to E3? I'm kind of. It's probably just because I'm so busy and tired from work that I just don't have the.
I don't think there's anything that I'm really, really excited about. But yeah, I think that I'm sure I'll watch it, of course. But yeah, I don't have anything in particular that I'm looking to see. But
yeah, well, it's also interesting because as has been the case for the last couple of years, we're getting a lot of reveals the month leading up to E3. Like, I mean, we just saw Battlefield 5, big blowout for that. I'm sure we're going to see a bunch of other stuff. I remember someone saying Nintendo was going to blow out something, possibly Pokemon.
Something Pokemon related.
Oh man, did you hear the whole Pokemon Pikachu and Pokemon Eevee? Go Pikachu, something.
I heard something about that, yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I said this on Twitter, but I'm like, oh man, Nintendo and Pokemon Company, if this Pokemon Switch game is not a mainline serious Pokemon game, fans are gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah, they are.
I mean, even if it's good, even if it's a Pokemon Snap or another Pokemon Tournament Fighter or a Pokemon Stadium or something along those lines, it's going to be Metroid Federation Force all over again. You can't do that.
They can't do that. Because we've got all kinds of Pokemon games out there, and it's just people want a proper RPG on a home console. They, the Pokemon RPGs have been a handheld staple, but people are ready for that. And with the Switch being a mobile-ready console, people they would be excited to get that. Get an RPG, even if it is just a special edition Sun and Moon. People would eat that up.
Leaf is saying hoping for Prime 4 gameplay and Animal Crossing for Switch. Animal Crossing never been a game for me.
If they show a trailer for Prime 4, I would be totally stoked, and that would basically win E3 for me. Just that one game, as long as it's a gameplay trailer and not just a CGI
like a
cutscene trailer.
Even if it's pre-rendered and obviously staged, if it just shows what they're going for with the game, that's fine. Because again, I don't really expect Prime 4 this year. Probably not till 2019. I'd be surprised if it made it out by Christmas, but you never know.
You never know. It might be a surprise release for this year, and that would be awesome.
I'm excited to finally see if we do what Retro's been working on. We've been hearing for the last week or so that it's Star Fox Grand Prix. And my immediate reaction is, because I'm like, I'm sure it'll be great because Retro so far has done no wrong, but it's like, man, I want Retro to make the game that Retro wants to make because I think it's earned it at this point,
they have set themselves apart as one of Nintendo's best studios, I think. And they deserve to make a game that they want to make an original IP, or if what they want to make is just a new take on an existing IP, fine, let them do that. But let them pick the project.
But you know what Star Fox Grand Prix really sounds like to me? And the complete speculation here, but what it sounds like to me is Nintendo saying, you can kiss your F-Zero goodbye.
Exactly.
That's Nintendo saying, no. We've heard your cries and we don't care.
Yeah, and I mentioned as much on Twitter when I first heard that announcement. I'm like, why are they making a Star Fox racing game when they already have a sci-fi racing IP? In and It's like, why aren't you just doing that? But
The Captain Falcon and his racer, God, what is it? The Blue Falcon.
yeah.
It'll be an unlockable, secret unlockable
Probably,
vehicle
yeah.
in
It's
Star
like,
Fox
yeah.
Grand Prix.
I was just like, they're probably going to have Captain Falcon uh, be an unlockable character, but still,
What
F-Zero it's already there.
you know, the
Let
concept I have in my when you say Star Fox Grand Prix, the concept I get in my head is really similar to Sonic Racing Transformed. You know, the whole
oh
thing where the cars switch to vehicles depending on the terrain, or even
yeah,
Mario Kart 8, where if
yeah,
you go underwater you get the propeller, if you go in the air you get the thing.
get the
Because
yeah,
the R wing can transform into the Landmaster and whatever the submarine is called,
yeah,
and the Chicken Walker thing. So
yeah.
that's they might do, or maybe the rumor is completely wrong. But
I would hope so, but yeah. Somebody else had posted a meme. And this was a couple of months ago, but they posted a meme that was just yeah, I hate, it was one of those hard to swallow memes where it's like the pill hard to swallow pills,
mhm.
and the text on the second frame was Captain Falcon is basically just a Smash character at this point.
Yeah. I mean, God, what did we? I mean, there was that mini F-Zero mini game in Nintendo Land,
Yeah.
which was one of the launch titles for the Wii U. Is there anything else? It's like Nintendo. Here, I'll make it easy for you. F-Zero GX HD. Just do that, you know? It's not
Yeah.
that hard. Boom. Throw it.
Yeah.
So, but so 2 weeks away,
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
see what
see. Yeah.
happens. So okay,
All right.
we're done here. Andrew Eisen, check out YouTube channel at Andrew Eisen on Twitter. Zachary, plug away.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Easy Night. You can follow my game development work at DK_gaming on Twitter and DivineKnightGaming.com, where I just published my 200-word RPG that I submitted. There was a challenge for that, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun. So I made a little
Was it?
tabletop. It's just like a little tabletop RPG type thing, like kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. It's just
How does the
made.
200 words come in?
It's just
How much
you
dialogue is in the game, or are you just writing a
no
treatment for an RPG?
no it's your game's entire rule set needs to fit in 200 words,
Okay,
and
okay.
yeah. It was an interesting challenge, but yeah, I published something that I play tested with my kids. The game is called Die Zombies. My son picked the title because the game is played with dice, and
Ooh, die zombies!
yeah,
Your son is clever.
yes, he is. He
I
is.
like that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So
You
I'm looking forward to
trademark it
going.
and sit on it until someone else has that idea.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go through some of the other entries and see what they've done, and because I've read a few entries from previous years, but I haven't actually tried playing any of the games yet. I want to read a few rule sets and pick a couple of games that sound like they might be kind of fun to play and try them out with my kids, uh, but yeah, it was a neat little challenge. I thought it was kind of fun, but yeah, and then if you're interested in the Oklahoma game development scene, you can check out OK Game Devs on Twitter and okgamedev.com. So,
All right, that's it for us. You've been watching the 100th episode of Molehill Mountain. We'll be back next week with less gameplay and more chatty chats. So all of
yeah.
you have a lovely week, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye bye.
All right, see ya.